to Life with the Hortons. I'm Brittany.
I'm Payton.
Today we're going to talk about unpredictable blood sugar. We have a lot of those because no matter what you do and no matter what you adjust, no 2 days are the same. When you're high and you are wanting a snack, I would recommend a fruit or a vegetable
Or no carbs.
because it's still going to make you go high. Even if you're covering it, it's still going to make you go high. And then depending on what it is that you eat, because I don't care what anyone says, I don't think kids should be eating candy if they have a high blood sugar. So you eat candy, if it's chocolate, you're not going to come down. You're going to stay up. You're going to stay up the whole time, and you're going to be giving yourself insulin for the rest of the day trying to come back down.
Another thing is that even if it's low carbs and it's like crackers, you don't want peanut butter because the peanut butter will keep you high. It just keeps you up. It will bring you up and then it keeps you there.
So if you're high and you need a snack, I would recommend an apple because it's got fiber in it and it will help fill you up. And drink lots of water because most of the time we're hungry because we're thirsty. Because Payton likes to get dehydrated. Also, when you're dehydrated, your ketones can come up. So just keep that in mind. If you eat a fast-acting sugar when your sugar is high and you give yourself insulin for it, you're going to spike way the heck up there, and then you're going to drop. You really want to avoid that. I mean, it's crazy the amount of people that do it. It's still not healthy for your body, so just don't do it. Like, just avoid it. Once their blood sugar comes back into a normal range and it's not something that you've been fighting for several days, you can give them some candy, but just try to avoid it if you're having a really rough all over the place day. When you're low and you're going to have a snack, if you are not super sensitive to insulin, I would recommend, if it's not going to be a snack that has high fiber in it, dosing for the full amount of carbs because they're going to come up regardless. You could do like maybe 5 to 10 fast acting carbs, wait about 15 minutes, and then dose them for whatever it is they're going to eat. We've done it and it doesn't really work for her. She needs the full amount of carbs that she's going to consume, and she'll just spike. So we have not had a whole lot of problems with getting her back up. We just give her insulin for whatever she's going to eat when she's low, and she does fine. She's like right where she's supposed to be. So let's talk about sick days. So we were told, and in all the research that we did, that when we had a sick day, we needed to just mentally prepare for the fact that we were going to have to give her extra insulin because she was going to be high, and it was going to be all over the place. Well, no. Payton gets low. Payton gets real low, and we don't know why. Apparently, it's a very small little community of people that happens to.
I'm pretty sure it's like out of 100%, there's only like 5.
Yeah.
And I'm in that percent.
I always can tell when she's about to get sick because her blood sugar stays pretty level and does this number and then comes up and then does this number and it just keeps riding this little wave. It looks like waves coming in on the beach. It's ridiculous. I'm like, oh, well, Payton's got a cold. She doesn't know it yet, but she's got a cold. So
you know,
we start preparing by
I'll learn eventually.
Giving her extra food in her lunchbox and stuff and whatever we have to do. But stomach bugs, that's when we really learned a lot about diabetes.
I would like to say one thing. Almost every time it rains, my sugar gets low.
It does.
So I think
I don't understand it.
the weather affects your blood sugar for some reason. Because the nurse, like the other day, like a few people, like when I got low, so I had to go to the nurse, and two other diabetics came in, and they were both like kind of low. And she's like, everybody's low tonight. I'm like, it's probably the weather.
There is not an exact science. I'm telling you, it's like mad scientist stuff up in here. Like diabetes is like when you play fetch with your dog outside and you throw a stick into a pile of sticks and they don't know which one to grab. So they just start grabbing things and bringing it back to you. Like, that's diabetes.
Oh, I know.
So she got the stomach bug one year. I called the doctor's office because she couldn't keep anything down. And they're like, have you checked her ketones? Like, no, because she hasn't been high. Oh, no, you need to check her ketones. Ketones were through the roof. So they gave me a few hours to get them back down. They're like, this is what you got to do. You got to make her eat. Like, she's not hungry. She can't keep anything down. All right, get Jell-O, get pudding, get sugar Gatorades. We want all of these things in her system and you to give her insulin. If she throws it up, give her more sugar. Just do it. We got to get those ketones down. It's like, okay. So I would bring her stuff, and she'd tell me she didn't want it, and I'd tell her she has to have it or we have to go to the emergency room, which prompted her because she knew if we went to the emergency room, she'd get an IV.
I hate
all of this. We get the ketones down. She's happy. Everything's great. She's keeping food down now. She seems like she's back to normal. It was just a 24-hour bug. Nothing big. The next day comes, and we now have the opposite problem. She can keep food down, but it's all coming out the other end because her body was in complete shock from all the sugar from the day before. So, you know, you go from several years of hardly eating any sugar to just nonstop sugar for 24 hours, and your body's like, what the heck did you do?
I'll have to add that in my little book.
Yes. So, needless to say, she couldn't go back to school. And we ended up having to get a doctor's note. So it took 3 days for her poor little body to like get back to normal.
Oh, I thought it took one.
No, it took 3 days.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was a really stressful.
1 day of stomach bug, 3 days of trying to recover.
Yes. Diabetes sucks. So it will be stressful, but you'll be okay if they get the stomach bug. Just make sure you keep an eye on those ketones because unlike us, we didn't know this. Now you do. Highs are not the only thing that causes high ketones. Yeah. Not getting insulin does as well. So we just have so much fun experimenting with the mad scientist inside of us. You know, it's like, how can we get our blood sugars good for today? We'll have like a week where her blood sugars are like so great. We look at the Dexcom and it's like in between 270 and it's like it's just riding the sweet wave right down the middle. I'm like, yes, we've honed into this and then we're doing great.
And then the next week you got these.
Yeah. It's just, you know, you just don't know what's going on. Like, I mean, yesterday, like we've been doing good all week. Yesterday, for breakfast, she wasn't like ridiculously high or anything. Like she was at a normal range. She ate a fiber bar, yogurt, and some strawberries. And she almost hit 400. Like, what the heck? Like, there's no reason that she could have done that. It was Greek yogurt, like Greek yogurt, not bad.
I think it's happening again today.
Is it?
Yeah. 264.
Yeah, puberty is not easy on the body. And if you're a diabetic, you find that out very quickly. So, anyways, let's talk sports. Because Payton plays soccer.
And I'm joining the track.
Oh, yeah, and she wants to join track. So, this is both exciting and terrifying because that's a lot of running. And what happens when we run a lot and we have insulin in our system?
I get low.
We get low. So, in her PDM, no, you don't have to grab it. It's fine. There's a setting, and it is activity mode. So even though it's communicating with her Dexcom, and if she's getting high, it gives her more insulin. If she's getting low, it gives her less insulin. It can't predict how low she's going to get when she's playing sports because it doesn't know, because there's not a pattern. So there's an activity mode that you can put it in that says, all right, they're going to be super active right now, and it will not fully stop the insulin delivery, but it will kind of keep her from getting low. Sometimes it can cause her to get a little bit higher, especially if she's playing these sports after she has eaten. Because unfortunately, we cannot schedule her soccer games for her. So sometimes her soccer games are right after lunch, and we can't not let her eat because then she doesn't have energy to run around.
Right after breakfast.
Yeah, sometimes she'll have a really early game, and once again, we can't let her go out there and run around without food in her system.
Or else I can't run.
Yes. So we also discovered this summer that if she doesn't put herself in activity mode and goes swimming for 3 hours, she will get low. And she doesn't just get low, she stays low. We keep giving her food, and she keeps coming back down. And then we give her more food, and then she keeps coming back down. And it has nothing to do with how much insulin she's getting. It has everything to do with the fact that she's been swimming for 3 hours. So we are learning to remember to use our PDM correctly.
Even though I didn't do that at all during the summer. Because I forget stuff.
Yeah, because she's 12. That's the thing. Until she's in her 20s. Like, I want to say like 22, 24, something like that. So, I will be going to college with her.
No! I'll just skip college then.
Okay. I would like to add that our snacks, what we eat here at the house, is predominantly fruits and vegetables. They come in, they say they're hungry, grab a fruit or a vegetable. And we do this because they have fiber in them, natural fiber. The food industry has slowly taken out the fiber in all of the food that they put on the shelves to make you more hungry so that you will buy more stuff. It's important to know that you need more fiber in your diet, and it will help you be full, and it will help your body process things because it is natural as opposed to all of the preservatives that are in everything. So we are slowly learning how to make our own everything so that we can put fiber back into our food. Yay! Anyways, a total game changer before we go. We wanted to talk about this. We thought this was important. We have a scale. If you don't have a scale, you need to get a scale. It has this booklet. Actually, it has 2 booklets. But it's because of the way, hold the scale up. Because of the way that it has your nutrition facts on it. Can you put it closer?
I didn't know if you wanted me
It's
to
fine.
or not.
So it has the nutrition facts. So when you put things in, it will give you all of the facts, not just the weight. Some of them, it's just the weight. It doesn't have all the facts. You're going to do grapes. Put a bowl on top of it. Put the number in of whatever you're eating, so the grapes. And then you're going to hit the 0 button, and that takes the weight of the bowl out. So then you can just fill the bowl up, and it's going to tell you what the weight is. It's going to tell you what the carbs are. It's going to tell you what the calories are, the total fats. Like, it's going to give you everything that you need. Highly recommend you get a scale that does that. We just wanted to kind of talk about that today. Just a quick little FYI, I guess. But we can't wait to see you next week, and we hope that you'll have a blessed day, and thanks for coming. Bye.
Bye.